What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast. So, the Dallas Cowboys fall to the Denver Broncos in their first preseason game of the season. And, there was some positive things that happened in this game. Some positive things that I would like to talk about in this video. But let's just be real. The first thing you guys want to talk about is them 17 freaking penalties. And I'm going to tell you guys something that kind of scares me about these penalties is this. Last year, in the first round of the playoffs, a game that meant everything to the Dallas Cowboys, we committed 14 penalties. And guess what? The head coach said that he was committed to fixing that in the offseason and in a game that did not matter. Why? Because it was a preseason game. The Dallas Cowboys committed 17 penalties. They committed 3 more penalties than what they did in the 49ers game. And to be honest with you, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, the offensive line penalties, I'm actually going to give them I'm not going to give them a pass because the holding calls was ridiculous. But I will say this, it's not all undisciplined when it comes to the offensive line. These guys just flat out don't know each other. And a part of the offensive line has to do with continuity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had Ball playing, you had Tyler Smith playing, you had Tyler Baez playing, you had I forget who was playing guard for actually I can tell you right now who was playing guard for Zach Martin. You had Braylon Jones playing guard, and you had Terrence Steele. That 5 have never played in an actual game together. So it's like part of their penalties had to do with the fact that they ain't never played together before. But I will say this, the penalties on the run plays, man, that's just flat out crazy. But I will say, offensive line as a whole, they didn't look good. But individuals did look good. Your rookie, Tyler Smith, he looked good. At least he looked good in the run pro. I'm going to tell you this right here. He is a natural guard. Miss me on this conversation about you telling me that he's going to be a tackle one day. Ixnay on the Opixnay. The boy is a guard. When dudes was running up on him, they was flat out getting stonewalled. We can run the ball behind him right now. There's no reason for him to be developing to a tackle position or anything else like that. The Cowboys need to flat out just go get a swing tackle because Josh Ball ain't it. He literally had a Chaz Green-like game today. Like, if that was Dak Prescott, like if that was a real game with real defenders trying to get at him, man, it would have been horrible. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you this, Tyler Smith, your rookie guard, played good enough to help your center. Because let's just be real, your center who didn't play well last year played fairly decent today. Or at least he played good enough for me not to be on his head. And I believe a part of that was because Tyler Smith, a stronger guard, was beside him. So, Tyler Smith, I am not 100% sold on you, but I am definitely interested to see you play more guard. Connor G, you is not it, man. That's not it. That's not you. That's not your thing. Cowboys need to trade Connor G into a center. Or he could be a backup center, but that's not him.
You are not him. You are not him. You are not him.
That's not him. Another thing, let's also talk about these wide receivers real quick. Wide receivers, Jalen Tolbert was your most targeted wide receiver tonight. He had 7 targets, caught 2, had 2 drops. Just keep it 100 with you. Young man looked nervous. His first game in the NFL, and he looked nervous. It happens. Hopefully he can get those jitters out next week. He'll understand that, hey, man, the field is the same size. The quarterback's the same type of quarterback. It's nothing big, just bigger stands, more people in the stands. That's all it is, man. You got to remember this kid come from South Alabama, small school, to the big end of the field, 70,000 people watching game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he can't handle the pressure. I just felt like it was a little bit too big for him today. I feel like that's something he can easily achieve and overcome next week, so I'm not going to be on him too much. Turpin, my boy Turpin, the little number 2, the little wide receiver we got from the USFL. My boy is like a leaf. I love the way he like a leaf because he can move like this. Leaves are more they move like this. There's actually a martial arts style that actually designed around the way a leaf moves in the wind. But the only thing that sucks about a leaf in the wind is any type of wind that blows by can just blow it away. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. Every time Turbin got the ball, I thought he was going to get killed. I thought, like, we don't use the word killed in my house. I make my kids say oofed. But I felt like he was going to get oofed every time. And he's not breaking too many tackles. If he can't outrun you, he's getting knocked down. Because, man, they was knocking that young man all over the field. Also, did the Dallas Cowboys tell him he couldn't return punts? Because I feel like the Dallas Cowboys whispered him into his ear before he came out there, you better not run a punt back. Because he definitely looked like he was told that he could not return a punt. But my thing is, Dallas Cowboys, if he's just back there to catch the ball, how are you proving if he can do the actual job? Because I hope he was told, because he did not really make any attempt except for one to try to return a punt today. And I thought that was kind of weird considering that's what we brought him in for. Simi Fehoko, I made a video on him. I told you guys he was balling at training camp. I saw it with my own eyes. Made a video. You guys watched it. He did exactly what I told you he's been doing at camp, and that is he went out there, made plays, made a touchdown. So congratulations for that. Tight end Jake Ferguson reminds me a lot of Dalton Schultz. He's nice. I like what I saw from him. Had a 19-yard catch. Also, averaged 9.7 yards per catch. Was 3 for 29. He caught everything that was thrown to him. Shout out to him for doing that. Brandon Smith, number 80, the big catch. Had a one catch for 40 yards. Caught it downfield. Was moving. I like him. I like what he does. He reminds me of a young Noah Brown who didn't play today. I'm sorry, Josh. But Brandon Smith has earned the right to, I believe, to get some more playing time next week and get some more opportunities. You know what I'm saying? There was a bunch of wide receivers that caught balls today. TJ Vasher caught a pass, but those were just the guys that kind of stuck out in my head today as far as the wide receiver room. My boy Dennis Houston caught a pass. He looked nice when he caught his pass. Just didn't really get targeted, man. Didn't really get targeted much. Running backs. Let's look at running backs real quick. Running backs look good tonight. I'm going to tell you this right here, man. The Cowboys have grown man rumble, man. We can definitely run the damn football. Like, I mean, I think that's something that we all saw tonight. So when West Coast tell y'all to get these run the damn football hats, I don't want to hear it because we can definitely run the football tonight. The Dallas Cowboys offense looked ridiculous when we ran the football tonight. Rushing the football tonight. You had my boy M. Davis had 8 carries for 51 yards. He was bussing. He was rushing for 6.4 yards for carry. Had a 16-yard run that was just nice, really nice, out of this world. My boy Malik Davis was busting nice, good on number 34. Also, number 23, Rico Dow, guy from last year, was also busting today. He averaged 6.4 yards per carry too. Actually, Malik averaged 6.4 yards per carry, and then my other boy Rico Dow averaged 4 yards per carry. So I'm gonna tell you this right here: the running game was busting. Cowboys ran the ball today. Last night, 28 times for 141 yards, averaged 5 yards per rushing attempt. Makes you wonder why they just didn't keep running the ball. Probably because it was a preseason game and they had this, they had to see what they had in wide receiver. But in a real game, you would have just liked the Cowboys to keep running the ball. Also, the Cowboys can run the ball, and more importantly, in the wide receiver room, I definitely believe we still need another wide receiver. Quarterbacks. Let's talk about the quarterbacks real quick. Cooper Rush. I'm gonna tell you this right here, he ain't look good for the most part, but I will give him a built-in excuse. One excuse I will say for Cooper Rush is the offensive line took forever to look halfway decent until they could figure out how to pass pro. It took them to damn near the third quarter to figure out how they could pass pro, and that's when Ben DiNucci was basically playing. Also, the reason why I think Ben DiNucci also looked better too is because Ben DiNucci actually ran the ball, man. Like, he ran the ball. He was 3 for night. He was 3. Ben DiNucci was last night. He was 3 for 13 running the ball. 2 times it was running for his life. The other time was a design run. He averaged 4.3 yards per carry. When your offensive line can't pass block, they can't really block the ball, can't really block well, the best thing that you can do is have your quarterback move around and allow him to make plays, which they allowed Ben DiNucci to do, and he did what? He flat out looked better. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to Ben DiNucci for looking better, taking advantage of his opportunities. I'm going to be honest with you, man. This is going to be a power statement. I still think the Cowboys are going to roll with Cooper Rush as their backup quarterback because I think Cooper Rush's play was more greatly affected by his ability to actually get plays off. Then you had your offensive coordinator just doing dumb stuff, just flat out dumb stuff. Like my mom said this: how do you run the ball on 3rd and 5 and get 3 yards, then throw on 4th and 2 an out route? Like, that made absolutely no sense. You know what I'm saying? Kellen Moore, bro, like, I'm going to keep it real. There's going to be fans that are going to say vanilla this and vanilla that. Well, I'm sorry. I don't eat vanilla ice cream. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. It benefits the Dallas Cowboys nothing to come out here and look absolutely bland. It benefits us not. It doesn't benefit us anything. What benefits us is to go out there and execute, which I wanted the Dallas Cowboys to do. You got to think like this, man. Once again, for like the 4th game in a row, and a long time, many times under Kellen Moore's tenure as our offensive coordinator, we do not score on our opening drive. Like, that is just something that he is just not able to do. He is not able to put together opening drive touchdowns. And I'm going to tell you guys this: in real games versus real teams that are really trying to beat you, that type of stuff accomplished with 17 penalties is not going to cut it, man. Hey, this has been the Dallas Cowboys offensive recap. And this is your boy West Coast. I appreciate you guys for watching. If I missed anything, make sure you guys put it in the comment box. And I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up. Peace.